Let's get to work. How's it going, everybody? My name is Raul, the one and only. And to my right, your left, I have the one and only Eddie, son. Eddie B.
How's it going, man?
It's going well.
Yeah.
It's going well. Thank you for being here, Eddie.
No.
This is crazy. Actually, if I could quickly interrupt you real quick. I'm sorry, Eddie.
Go.
Let me just say this real quick, guys. I did not plan this episode with Eddie. This just happened today. So thank you, Eddie, for being so flexible and just being here, bro. For reals. Like, this is an official handshake on the episode.
Yes, sir.
For reals.
Yes, sir.
We were chatting beforehand, but please, Eddie, introduce yourself, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not particularly anybody special. I work with this guy, and because of this guy, he has sort of reignited my passion in, well, the arts, in particular music. I'm not particularly well known. I don't do anything like this, but it's something, and maybe we get to talk about it just a little bit more in depth, and especially like how we feel about a particular topic, which I'll let you bring up, or I'll let you navigate the flow of the conversation in terms of what we're talking about. So yeah.
Well, since, like I said, this is a bit of an impromptu kind of situation, I really just want to highlight what you just said real quick, Eddie. Like, I think you are somebody important, but I think you are somebody cool. Like, obviously, the roles that you play in your day to day. I mean, it doesn't have to be like impact the whole world or anything like that, but it's like, but just one person, bro. I haven't really gotten to know you 100%, but because we actually just met. We just met a couple months ago. Like a month ago. Yeah. So I just met Eddie.
Yeah.
That's how it works. You just put yourself in the right opportunities, and you just meet the right people, and you're an awesome person, Eddie. I wouldn't have you on the show if I didn't think you were awesome, bro.
Thank you.
Seriously, I'm like, you know what? Like, this is an opportunity to just not only create content, make an episode, right? Like, this is content.
Yeah.
And I was just talking about how this is work, and I started the episode by saying, let's get to work.
Yeah.
Because this is literally this is the fun job that I want to focus on.
Oh yeah.
This is the fun stuff that I like doing. We do work together, Eddie and I. And Eddie plays a vital role filling in the spot of what we have to do on a day-to-day. So you're helping out a lot, and you're important to the company. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. We'll talk about that some more. And you totally did bring up some cool stuff that I think would be some great things to talk about. If you're open to talking about it, like some of your personal projects, and just talking about some of the things you're working on and some things that you care about. But for the most part, the discussion will be a bit of bouncing back and forth of whatever kind of comes into mind. Within reason, because I do want to appreciate your time, and I want to respect your time too, Eddie. I know you said you could have all night, so I mean, I'm chilling. I'm not in any rush.
Yeah, I'm in no rush either. So wherever the conversation takes us, I'm here for it.
For the most part, bro, the main reason why I make these episodes is to inspire other people to do the same thing, or to just inspire other people to make content, to feel like they are capable of doing something, because I think everybody's capable of amazing things. I think everybody has the same kind of desire to want to be heard, seen, felt, right? So
I agree.
I think that's just being on here, having awesome guests like you, man, having awesome people in my life makes all this kind of work effortlessly, honestly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so thank you, Eddie. I want you to know that you fucking rock.
Oh man, that's an awesome thing to say. I appreciate it.
The next thing is action, bro. That's the next thing. That's the main thing. That's the second best thing I like to do on the show, is to actually take action. I told you after I recorded the episodes, I end up uploading them.
Right.
Because I don't waste any time like editing. It's a one take Jake kind of episode. It's like that's all we're doing.
Okay.
I should be editing in an intro and an outro, which I will be doing soon enough. Which all I do is I change scenes on OBS. That makes it so effortless. But action is one of the main things I like to promote on the show.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And if you wouldn't mind, Eddie, please unsheathe the sword. Everybody,
sword.
Is he worthy?
Oh, look at this.
That's my sword. I bought that at a Ren fair.
Oh hell yeah.
Guess how much it cost me?
How much it costs?
$100.
For this? Really?
$110, yeah.
Oh, what?
And it's got some nice weight to it.
Look at this thing. This thing is awesome.
Yeah, Eddie saw it as he came into my studio. And the reason why I have it is because well, as men, we're men, but even obviously women and children can hold swords. But
100%.
but obviously, I believe that as a man, we should be almost fearless when it comes to protecting our own family. That's my opinion. That's just what I believe.
What better way to do that than with a sword?
Yeah, that's how it was before. Yeah, before artillery and all that fun.
Yeah.
Chinese powder. But yes, Eddie, that's
Was awesome.
that is a sword that has traveled many miles from India. It says on
It does say
and
India.
I'm sure they bought it online for like $20 for like the whole set.
Probably.
And they sold it to me for $100. But that's business, and I love that hustle mentality. I love seeing vendors out there promoting their business and just making things happen and offering goods and services to people who have the money. Because oftentimes I think to myself, like, who do I know that has like a lot of money or has a lot of resources that I can learn from? And I'm like, I'm trying my best to incorporate that with the idea that why don't I also just become somebody with a lot of money and a lot of knowledge that I can pass on to people? So that way, in case somebody comes to ask me, I can just be like, yo, here's this information, life-changing. Or here's this little piece of information you were just missing. You were right around the corner. Here's the answer to that. Whatever it is.
Right.
I think that's why I'm like super picky with certain things, which was why maybe like yesterday was kind of like a shitty day because I thought I was doing a little bit too much with that. So my bad on that.
No. Yeah, you don't gotta apologize for that.
Thanks,
It was not a good day for anybody.
Yeah, it was a long day. It was a long day.
For
We're
everybody.
here now.
Yeah.
We're here now, but I just wanted to point that out. I just want to appreciate you for that, Eddie.
Yeah, hey, if anything, I always appreciate your help, man. I really do. So
Thanks, Eddie.
yeah,
It's a team effort, bro.
Oh,
And,
oh,
and
yeah.
you can hear my team coming in, so that's
100%.
yeah, that's the main reason why I'm doing all this stuff too. Like the main reason why, like I said, is to inspire others. The show and everything I upload, songs, the things I do, is to inspire others. But I do it for my gang, for my stuff.
No, 100%.
And to keep the lights running too.
to
keep the lights running. So by the way,
if you got to do,
if I could quickly interrupt the podcast, Eddie, I believe you've subscribed to my YouTube channel already.
I did.
Thank you for that, by the way.
I
think I saw that on there. Like, I see the numbers go up. I'm like 76, 77. I'm like 77 subscribers. Holy moly!
Yeah, man. Hey, for any of you that are watching this, you should actually check out his channel. He's a talented guy. He actually plays some pretty good music, stuff that he wrote. If I remember, the last one that I saw, Road Trip, you wrote that with your best friend. So, but still an original piece. So good stuff. I mean, yeah, all of you should check it out.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Also, when Eddie creates his channel, subscribe to his channel because he's got some crazy, awesome ideas too, which we'll hopefully kind of dive into a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see where the conversation goes, man. Yeah.
And thanks for subscribing, and thanks for watching my videos, bro. For reals, man. That's so cool. Like, I make them, and I'm like, you know what? They're out. They're gone. I have no control as to what happens with the videos now.
Yeah.
Whether I get 1 billion views or 0 views, I'm like, it's out now. It's like, I can't. I did everything that I could, and I try not to think about it. In fact, I encourage you guys to also, real quick, Estilo Mexico in the house. That's one of my team members, actually, the main team member.
Hey, how's it going? Hey.
I was gonna say, like, for the most part, that's why I do it, bro. That's why I do it. But yeah, man, this is the labor of love. This is the labor of love, dude. Yeah, that's from the number one. That's VIP right there. In fact, I actually have something for her. Like, I got from my car. This belongs to you, by the way. This is yours, Estilo Mexico. A gift for you. But yeah. Let's continue with the show. This is episode 93, by the way, everybody. Yes, so subscribe, watch the rest of the episodes, or if you don't have time, that's cool too, because that's actually what I was telling Eddie before starting the show. If you have time to watch a 50-minute episode, a 30-minute episode, 5-minute episode, I'm grateful for it. But like I said, if you all are busy, focus on your goals, focus on your dreams, because we're here working on our own goals and dreams, making our money, supporting ourselves,
100%.
and being creative human beings. So I expect all of you guys to at least love yourselves enough to do the same, or do better. Honestly, do better. I think that's the main thing. So do better than what we're doing.
100%.
It's not a competition, but
No.
it's secretly a competition.
Kind of in some
secretly,
cases, yeah.
But this is our thing. This is our avenue. This is our episode, Eddie. This is episode 93, bro.
All right.
And if I'm not mistaken, this should be the first podcast episode that you've ever been on, right?
Yeah. In
First
terms of
guest.
in terms of your podcast, this is the first. Yeah, this is the first episode I've ever been on.
You've been on another podcast before?
I've had my own other podcast.
Tell me about that, bro. What the heck? Please,
Oh,
please
it was,
tell us about it. Please.
No, I mean it's a little embarrassing to say, but this was years ago, back when I was living in Japan, and at the time I was working in a digital international marketing company, and one of my coworkers there at that time, we decided we were really big into kind of boring stuff, economics, stocks, that sort of thing. And we got this idea of financial freedom in our heads, and we made a podcast about it. And it didn't last too long, but yeah, we did that at that time. So,
is it over? Is there no more episodes coming out?
Nope. It's been long done, but who knows? Maybe at some point I'll contact him and be like, hey, you wanna do the podcast again, but we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, well, I encourage you to fire it back up, dude. Or if not, just do your own thing. I encourage you to do that. Because financial freedom is a great topic. That's actually one of my favorite topics to do on the show. Actually, that's like one of my favorite. In fact, my favorite.
No, I mean,
besides music, it's probably like, learning how to get better with money, learning how to just make more money.
Yeah.
Because that's usually the problem. That's usually the solution to most people's problems. Just make more money. That's like you said earlier, though. It's simple. It's easy to say, but it's a little bit harder to do once you're actually doing the work and
100%.
putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
But if I can ask you, bro, how many episodes were on your podcast? And
I don't remember. It's been that long.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't.
So
remember,
more than one?
Definitely more than one.
Okay, more than two.
It's definitely in the double digits.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't remember which double digits.
99.
So,
Damn.
No. No. But that's history though. So
where can we find that? Can people look it up?
It's on YouTube.
I'm gonna subscribe. Well, actually, please tell me more. I keep cutting you off. By the way,
no.
Eddie,
You're good,
cut
you're
me
good,
off
you're
too. By the way, but let me know, like, hey, bro, let me speak, bro.
No, you're good. You're good.
Let me find your podcast episode. Oh shit! You know what? What was it called?
It's called Two Broke Gaijin.
Oh,
it's not even.
It's not even plugged.
Yeah.
Y'all can hear it.
Yeah.
Some ASMR for it. I've been doing some ASMR videos. Bro, I was gonna suggest this idea if you're open to it. When your homie answers and gets back to you about getting the podcast back, you should try setting up like a Discord call and then recording the Discord call, just the screen, and then getting the audio that way. Because that's what I did for one of my episodes with my friend who lives in North Carolina.
Okay.
And actually, I think it was like episode somewhere in the 80s. I think episode 80 or somewhere around there.
Okay.
And my friend in North Carolina was like on the spot, kind of like what we did today. Like, hey, you free today? You free today?
Yeah.
What are you doing after work today? You know?
I hear you.
And we got it popping, and just like we recorded it right then and there, and it came out really great. I actually was surprised at how awesome the episode came out. Plus, my friend is awesome. I would love for you to meet him one day.
Yeah,
he's a talented piano player, artist, musician, just a savage, straight savage, bro. But let me go back. So Two Broke Gaijin.
With a G. So GAI. JIN.
JIN. Let's see. Let's find you.
That's it. Right there.
This guy.
Yeah.
Subscribing right now, bro.
Subscribed. 13.
13 episodes.
Yeah, so there it is. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Wow.
Yep.
I will be checking this out, man. This is wild. Okay, let's just go ahead and off camera and off the screen.
Off camera. Yeah. This is about your podcast right now. This isn't about mine. So
it's all audio.
Huh? It is all audio.
All audio?
Yeah. Well, at the time, like I said, like we were like completely new to doing anything like that. So
you just got yourself a new subscriber, Eddie, and
okay.
I want you guys to keep going if that's something that you want to do, of course.
I mean, yeah. We'll see. Like I said, who knows what the future has in store for us?
True.
Yeah. But yeah.
One thing is certain, bro. If the work doesn't get done, nothing's possible. You know, if you guys don't connect and get this happening, I think that's really with everything. Like, if the people didn't buy this from India, you know, this sword wouldn't even be here with us.
That's very true.
That's very true. And I think it comes down to like conversations and people meeting up in rooms and documents being signed, which is like what I actually wanted to kind of wrap this whole episode on. Like the pen is mightier than the sword. And I think I've said that before on the podcast. I've said a lot of things. Like episode 93, I'm sure at some point I've said the same thing like 3 or 4 times.
Hey, yeah.
Hi, I'm Raul, Hey, this is Eddie, Hey, but imagine though, like that kind of energy, like, oh hey, what's up guys? This is the episode 93, Like,
I mean, yeah.
Compared to like, yo, that's a fucking sword. Where'd you get that?
Oh, thank you.
So 9 subscribers.
Yeah.
So I'll send you the link right now, Estilo Mexico. I'll send it after. I'll send it after that way.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And I will listen to this. I'll probably listen to it on my way to work tomorrow or something.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
like, oh my Lord.
And yeah, so please, what else do you work on, Eddie? I know some things about you. I know you shared some things about yourself.
Okay.
But if you don't, only talk about whatever you want to talk about and whatever you feel comfortable talking about.
Of course.
Don't overshare if you don't.
No. No, 100%.
But you can though. You can.
Yeah,
you have the power. You're a guest here.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, please.
So yeah, I'm a weird individual, and when I say that, I mean that in not a really bad self-deprecating way, but like I personally, my interests tend to meld into a strange melting pot that most people don't really see coming together. In some cases maybe, but like for example, like I have a lot of interests and a lot of things and a lot of ideas that I want to get out. And so with that being said, first thing is, I love music, so I play the guitar. And
I know that.
Yeah, so this guy, he was actually one of the people, or if not the main person, that really sparked and reignited, my hunger to start playing guitar again. So, there's that. In my own time, big into gaming. I'm a gamer. And, I like also game development, the idea of game development. So with that being said, I in my free time, I do some writing and I do some computer coding, in particular C# for any of you that know what that is. Yeah, and one of my dreams.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, But that program that I showed you, the stuff. Yeah. Anyway.
I saw the screen. I don't know.
I
don't know the ins and outs of it.
No, but sooner or later, one of these days, one of my goals is to create a video game of my own, and have like from scratch, just to create a piece of art like that. It's an empowering thing, and one step at a time, I'm realizing that dream, and who knows where that will take me. But for the meantime, I have a goal, and that's pretty much wraps up my daily life. So outside of work, so yeah, but yeah, and who knows? Maybe one of these days, we'll collaborate on something, and I'll have one of your albums on my video game for the soundtrack.
It'd be an honor, man. It'd be an honor. Seriously, I'd love that.
Yeah.
And that's actually, I'll dive into what you just said, and like thank you for sharing that, by the way.
Yeah,
thank you for sharing your goals and sharing something that's actually super personal and amazing. That's really cool.
I appreciate you saying that, but it's really not that. It's not that big of a deal.
No, it is awesome because it's like, I don't know if you've heard this before, but some people say that you shouldn't really share your goals and dreams out there so much, or to the people, even to people that are closest to you, because just by saying it kind of gives you this feeling that you kind of accomplished a little bit of it. But that's just one side of psychology and like human evolution, right? But I mean, not to get super nerdy about it, but the fact that you have the courage to speak those words, that's awesome, bro. And that's really cool. Well, and I want to play that game. I don't really play many games, but I was thinking, if you make something like Tetris, I'll probably try it. Maybe I'll play it a little bit.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, I'm not much of a gamer anymore, so I can't really relate in that sense. But dude, I love video games. I don't want you to think that I don't.
No.
I love games.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own thing that they love and pursue, and You know, if you don't like one of my things, that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly fine. You have your own things, and spread your wings, and explore the depths of wherever that takes you. But just because you're not into one of the things that I love doesn't mean you hate it, or doesn't mean we can't get along.
True that. One thing I know that we do like doing together is being on a podcast episode.
That's very true.
Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
Getting you back into the grind of doing episodes. This is
93.
93. This is 93.
Yeah.
I plan on hitting 100 very soon, and the guest for that show is going to be my mom, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, and funny
Awesome.
enough, the first guest I ever had on the show was Estela Mexico.
Yeah?
That's my mom. It's,
Hey, you should bring him, her. I don't know who this is.
my mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You should, okay. Oh, then there you go. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, today is a special one. I wanted to make it all about you, Eddie. So I know my bad again for cutting you off earlier a couple times.
No,
I'm like, wait a minute, what are you doing? I'm just excited. I'm just glad to be here, man. Like you saw me postponing this show started because I'm like, what do we do? What do we do today?
I mean, hey, like I said, I've done this before, so I'm familiar with how things run, and so like we can keep going. You can ask me something. It's hey, yeah. Like,
you're open to questions.
I'm open to questions. Yeah.
I already gave you the one question I wanted to ask you.
Let me hear it.
Well, I actually wanted to save it for later because some more questions came up as you were telling me a little bit more about yourself.
Wow.
That's why. But the main question, you already know what the question is.
Okay.
And I actually told everybody here that last year's question, and I guess if you don't mind, interrupting the questions I have already in my mind and stored up to ask you about what you just said.
Fine.
I want to ask you the question I asked all my guests last year.
Okay.
It's a theoretical, hypothetical, not a theoretical, hypothetical question.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
And your answer will tell me a lot about who you are. I'm just kidding.
Oh my lord.
No, I'm just joking. But it does tell like people like, hey, like what you say like kind of tells people who you are a little bit more, right?
Yeah. That's
but
true.
it's a fun question. It's like it goes like this. So you're on a one-way ticket to Mars.
Okay.
You can't come back, but you can leave one message behind. What is that message?
Wow.
I'm saying bye to you. Bye, Eddie.
Well, I mean,
the squad here.
Right. At the same time, though, it kind of depends on. I mean, I hate to be that person, but it kind of depends on why I'm going to Mars, right? I'm not like I haven't been like kicked off the world or anything, have I? Like
no. To expand in this hypothetical world, no. It's all positive. It's all love. It's all positive. Yeah. There's no like bad reason why you're like
Okay,
you're with a group, by the way. I forgot to mention you're with a group of people and like you're all going together.
All right. So
on this one way ticket.
I'm with a group of people, and I chose myself to go to Mars, one way trip with these people that I'm assuming I like.
Yes.
Okay.
To make this hypothetical situation better, yes, of course. But
Okay.
you don't want to be with people. Yeah, to go into one place you can't really explore. But no way, that'd be terrible.
Okay.
You like these people. These are good people. Intelligent, wealthy, responsible, caring, considerate, genuine people.
Okay.
So these are in the hypothetical perfect world scenario where you're going to Mars. That's the people.
Okay.
But you're leaving a message behind to the people on Earth.
Okay. All right.
So what is that message?
So that message would most likely be somewhere, and a little cliche, but that message would be somewhere in the realm of, never mind what anyone else says, do what you love. Because I mean, it's a bit cliche and unoriginal, but at the same time,
that's perfect, bro. That's a perfect message.
Yeah, because I personally in my personal life, I have because there are people. What was it? Because like Elon Musk and some of the people like that, they already have their ideas and their plans on actually, getting to Mars. And I've met some people in my personal life that find the idea silly, but at the same time, like, who cares, man? Like, if that's a dream that you have, or if that's something that you want to do it. Never mind what they say, because I'm pretty sure Elon Musk doesn't care. And at the same time,
Never met him.
I've never met him either, but like at the same time, apply that same logic to literally anything else, even something that they love. You know, something as simple as like somebody likes riding a bike, you know? It's no matter who you are, somebody somewhere is going to have something negative to say about what you want to do. So
That's crazy. And that's, wow. I try to forget that thought, and I don't see that reality. I'm like, no, everybody loves what I'm doing. Everybody no, but that is
Like,
crazy. That is very true. That's very
really?
true. That's like
Yeah.
a hard slap to the face of reality for some people.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, because like sometimes, I mean, it's always fun, it's always nice, and it's always great to be immersed in, you know, the things that you love. It's a great feeling. That's why people do it. But at the same time, there's always that little, the dopamine,
Yeah.
you know, the dopamine high. But there's always that little bit of, you know, reality that has to stay there at the end of the day, you know, in the back. I'm not saying it has to rule over everything,
No, yeah, right.
but
right.
it has.
It's good to know about it.
Yeah, it's good to know about it, and because sometimes, you know, not all the time, but sometimes you can have 1,000 wonderful, amazing things happen in your day, and one person says one thing, and it completely ruins your day. You know what I mean?
True that.
So,
Yeah.
like, my whole point there being is that, like, just that little bit of, you know, negative, if people want to call it that, or reality, it, you know, sometimes you kind of have to steel yourself against it, or, you know, accept it, but keep going, keep moving.
Forget what they say, people. And just, yeah, that's a beautiful message.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
No, and I believe
I'm
it.
gonna have to go back and listen to that again, because that's perfect. That's a great message to leave behind to the people on Earth. Thank you for that, Eddie.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, thanks for that, Eddie. Yeah, I'll take the next trip.
as I'm leaving the atmosphere, you're looking up, a small tear, and you're like, I will do whatever.
Humidity spikes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a perfect answer. Thank you, Eddie. That's I'm glad we can all listen to that. Thank you for that, Eddie.
And that, you know, that's for all of you as well. You know,
And us too. We're gonna watch this episode.
oh,
later.
I mean, yeah,
And for us,
and
you know,
too.
it'll be something that we get to look back,
Yeah.
and maybe Eddie in this present moment will need to
We'll
hear
speak
those
to-
words.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. With future Eddie, will need to hear those words.
No, 100%.
present
I
Eddie.
say that right now, but like a week from now, I'm probably going to be locked in my room crying about what I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Oh no!
so, you
So
know,
we're hanging out next weekend then.
yeah,
Next
hey,
week,
you know, so
we're doing something,
yeah.
and that honestly is it's quite intense there. Whoa, Eddie, everything good, brother? Hey, take that sword home. Hey, souvenir sword.
Yeah,
bring it
take
back
this-
next week.
yeah,
Bring it.
this will
I don't
be
think
my-
I don't think we'll get in
what I
trouble.
used.
I don't know. People might just say things if we carry that out in public. They're like, who's that
I
guy
think
with
they
this
will,
sword?
but you know.
Or maybe people will like not carry it.
By the way, may I say this also?
Yes,
Do what you love to do, but within reason. This sword actually just kind of brought this in my mind. If you like having, like, you know, sword fights, please don't do it in like a full parking lot. You know, like that's cool. If that's what you love to do, great. Just
Unless
you know,
it's your parking lot.
yeah. If it's your parking lot, fine.
If you own the parking lot, do whatever you want.
yeah, or your
but,
backyard. Or
but that
something.
is a great point. Yeah, that's
you know, that's fine. So like, do what you love to do. Like everything that I said earlier, I don't even remember what I said, but do what you love to do. Just, you know, within reason. Don't hurt anybody. Come on.
Don't worry about remembering what you said, because it's being recorded. And right now, we have hit the 28-minute mark on the episode. We've been live streaming and recording for 28 minutes
8 minutes already.
already.
My lord.
So time flies when you're having fun, and time flies just in general, guys.
yeah.
And Eddie, this has been a really great episode. I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you for answering that hypothetical question that
Oh, yeah,
I asked
no
all my
problem.
guests that last year. Like that was like the main question I asked to kind of wrap up the whole show. And Yes.
Hey, no problem at all. Yeah, no. Like I said, that was interesting. Yeah, I've never been asked that question before. So, hey. There
that's
you go.
actually, it's funny you mentioned that, because that's one of the things I wanted to, that's a talking point actually that I wanted to bring up in the episode today.
Okay.
Episode 93. Anybody who's watched my episodes knows that I really do strive to make sure that what I say lands, and I say what needs to be said.
Right.
And I'm not just yapping out of my ass saying stupid things, you know, or I could talk about current events, but some of the stuff going on right now is pretty crazy.
Right. Yeah.
And that's not really what this is all about. Again, I could talk about it. We could talk about some current events,
Oh,
and we could talk about all sorts of stuff, but
yeah, we could.
I really want to just at least start planting the seed of of positivity, plant the seed of just like bigger thinking,
Oh yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
bigly, and thinking like a person who was meant to be here on Earth. That's the whole thing. That's my mindset. That's the way I think about it.
Well, I mean, that's a good mindset to have.
Thanks, Eddie.
Yeah.
I've met some people who I've shared that mindset with, and they're like, we actually fought.
Really?
So yeah, I'm like, bro, like I did not mean to actually get to that point of like physical altercation.
Wow.
But I'm like, I just like, yeah, it was stupid.
That's
And,
crazy.
yeah.
Dude. Wow. Okay.
But it's like no one died. I'm still alive, you know,
Right,
and that's
right.
the whole main thing about it. But I was going to kind of segue this next portion of the episode
Okay.
to what you just said about asking questions. Like no one's ever asked you that question,
Okay.
and I think it's important that we surround ourselves with people that ask better questions and ask questions like, "What did you learn this week?"
Mm.
That's gonna be the question I actually was gonna ask. But I mean, that's just one example of thousands of other questions that could automatically quantum leap. Like that one day you were talking about 1,000 great things, then one negative thing.
Mm-hmm.
After that negative thing, somebody else could ask you a question like, "Hope your day's been good. Have you been all right? How's everything?" You know,
Yeah.
a simple question like that from somebody who cares about you can just skyrocket the mood
Oh,
into
yeah.
the next level.
Oh,
you know, so that's the main thing.
Definitely.
But yeah, thank you for answering that silly question. Thank you for answering.
No.
for,
No. If anything, thank you
from
for
the heart,
asking,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was. Yeah, see, like that's one of the things, or at least I like to believe with myself, is one of the main reasons why I don't really remember what I say is because I'm answering from the heart, not my head.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Perfect.
yeah.
That's what this is all about. Being genuine. This is genuine. Mr. Genuine Eddie over here.
Now this guy is Mr. Genuine. So
Thank you. Eddie. Appreciate it, bro.
yeah.
Let's just take a moment to breathe. There's no breaks for these episodes. It's just a one take Jake, like I said.
Yeah.
But if you wouldn't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the floor. And I actually had a question regarding like the computer side of things that you that you
Okay.
like to incorporate. Unless you want to talk about music or something else. By the way, any question I ask you, feel free to say no or not answer. Or hey, say I plead the fifth. You know.
Yeah.
So don't be forced or please don't feel like you're obligated to answer any of my questions. Okay.
No. Fire away.
Thanks, Eddie.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about being somebody that creates, either on the computer or music or just our work, or what's your favorite thing about that? Like, I guess more so about the computer stuff, because I'm definitely interested to pick your brain as to how you think about it, because I know you like to dive deep into the details. Like, for example, that one hypothetical question. Some people do ask questions like that too. Some people don't. Like, one of the answers I got for that question was, "Hey guys, I'm going to Mars later," you know, and that's the message that they left behind. Like, "Oh wow, later, dude."
Yeah.
And then some
100%.
people like answer it like in depth, like you did, or maybe more in depth or less in depth. It just varies on the person, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But what is your favorite thing about being a creator on the computer, music, on podcasts? What gets you going? What's that thing that's like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing that. That's the dopamine spike I like to hit.
So, I wish that I could say some altruistic reason, but at the end of the day, the truth is it's the creation itself. The creation itself is amazing. I don't know how to fully put it into words, but when you and I'm pretty sure any artist that's watching can have, or at least understand in some way, what I'm talking about. And it's the idea of literally taking nothing and you create something within that nothing. Granted, there's always some sort of there's some foothold. There's always some layer.
Can I add to what you're saying?
Yeah, go for
please.
it. Yeah.
And thank you for that. Yeah, thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, no problem.
Great segue. You're awesome at this. Man.
Hey, man,
dude.
like-
Eddie's a natural. This is crazy. Eddie. By the way, again, if you guys don't know this is Eddie the man himself. You're a natural, bro. That's crazy. I was gonna add, there are universal laws that you just can't break, like gravity. I actually was talking about this a couple episodes ago. How people like try to just defy the laws of gravity, and oftentimes when people try to break their way out of the laws of gravity, they find themselves in a really bad place because they're like not respecting how the world, the universe, and the place we call life works. There's obviously the rule breakers. There's people like you and me that say, you know what, I'm gonna fly today, baby. I'm going to go fly. The Wright brothers, Elon Musk, you know, people that just say, you know what, I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna try over and over again until I get it. And I love what you said. creating something out of nothing. And this episode, for example, is just that.
Yeah.
This episode did not exist until we started hitting record,
Yeah.
until we started sitting down here, setting everything up, the lights, cameras, action.
Oh,
So we're doing something. We're doing something right now, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah,
This,
no, 100%.
this is legendary, bro. I've been using that word a lot with these last episodes, and it's fucking true because this feels legendary. We're not gonna be here forever, but these episodes hopefully will, and maybe we'll be here forever. I don't know. Maybe we'll break that law too. You know? Maybe there'll be a way to live to 500. You know.
Yeah. But like, yeah.
But please continue. I hope I added to that we were saying.
No, you definitely did. So I appreciate that. And what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying.
Yeah, just the mere act of creating. And
Right,
just
right.
making something out of nothing and pulling that nothing into something.
Yeah. So like, just think about this from humor my perspective for a moment. For any of you watching, just really think about this. Take anything that you love to do. I wouldn't say maybe anything. Whatever, anything creative, or like in this particular case, for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna bring up music because we share that connection in terms of music, and for some of you, I'm pretty sure it'll be easy to follow along. Not that it needs to be, but whatever. So think about this: you're sitting in a room, and in that room it's just silence, literally. There's nothing. There's nothing there. It doesn't matter where you go. Just the absence of music or anything along those lines. It's just silence. But then
we can hear the outside right now. We can hear
and,
the engine of my computer.
Yeah, and not that is entirely a bad thing, but just think of it this way: there's silence, and then with a guitar, with an instrument, you put your fingers down and you play a chord. You strum the strings, and immediately you have a sound. And then you do that again, and then you do that again, and then you do that again, and before you know it, you have a song. Now, within the silence, you just created art. You created a song. And then, to top things off, from that, some people actually get enjoyment from that. So some people just relax, some people dance, and some people, they feel it on a spiritual level.
And then there's obviously the people that dislike it too.
People that dislike it, sure.
They're out there. There's like only 11 bad people in the world I heard, and they move around a lot.
Yeah.
So that's
even the people that dislike it, right? Just think about that. From absolutely nothing, you created something that sways people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, granted, for me, I said it was the creation process itself that excites me. But going past that just a little bit,
please,
yeah, just a little bit.
We have all the tape in the world,
yeah,
and we're chilling, bro. Please, thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, so like just a little bit, like you can literally, like with anything at all, anything your mind comes to you, you can create something out of nothing, and it has intrinsic value to it. People love it, people hate it, it sways people. And just like, I don't know, a day, a few minutes or whatever, it takes that long just to create something that people enjoy or hate. And, hopefully enjoy more than hate. But, but for me, in terms of the actual creation process, to me, it feels like an adventure, like a journey. It feels like, and some guitar players out there, I think, would be able to relate, is when, you create a shape, or you press 3 strings down, and then it sounds nice. And then you start doing the same thing somewhere else, and then you get another sound, and it sounds nice. It feels like you're discovering things, Right. And it's sort of the same thing in terms of all of my other projects and ideas that I have in mind. It's thrilling.
Awesome. That's awesome. That idea of I can see your perspective now a little bit clearer after you said play one chord, then another chord, then another chord, or you can play one note, then another note.
Exactly.
Note. So that's what you're doing when you're working on your computer for programming, right? That's what you're doing when you're making music. That's what you're doing when you're gaming development.
Yes, sir.
And I love that answer. That's a great answer. that idea of conquest. I think that's what I think. That's what I'm getting from that. Like you're conquering something that almost like another continent or another place out in the world that didn't exist until you discovered it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I actually was thinking about a song that I wrote when you were saying these things when I was listening to you, because I actually was in that room back there. Like, I remember I got the chords together. I was saying the lyrics, and it just all clicked. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning. It was like late, and I'm like, oh man, this is my song Egyptian, and I'll send you the link of my song.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that song when you were talking about that, because it was literally just that, just one chord after another. Figured out, this sounds good, and then these words sound good. These lyrics that I wrote down make sense to me.
Yeah.
I hope they make sense to people. But to add to what I'm saying and to what you're saying, like, the first person that hears the music is us,
right?
The creators.
Yeah.
And so if you don't like what you're playing, if you don't like what you're creating, do something else, right?
Yeah.
Or stop entirely and then reanalyze, reassess the situation, the sounds that you're making, and then get better and improve off the things from the past.
Yeah, definitely, man.
And so thank you for letting me kind of re-enjoy that experience that I had when I was writing that song. Like, oh wow, like, yeah, that's right. I was just in my room, just me and my acoustic guitar writing a song, and it means a lot to me. The song.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the the art process, the creation process. If you got to put, number one, you kind of have to put yourself into it. And
true.
Yeah. Number two, if
we're doing that right now.
Yeah.
You're in the episode, man. Thank you.
And just like you said, if you don't like it, how do you expect somebody else to like it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah.
True. I do watch these episodes. I watch back every episode that I make. But like I said, once it's out, it's out. So I try my best to like pick out, and even I have to put the time into like going into every one of my episodes and clipping out the best parts that I find super inspiring. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and work on that this weekend and this week, going back to because I got to make an intro and outro for you guys. I can't. And I love that idea. I don't know if I caught it on tape, but on camera. But you said yap a little bit, then intro, and then content, and then outro. And I love that format. That's actually, is that what you normally see like out and about, or is that just something that you just?
I don't normally see it, but the podcasts or. Yeah, like the podcasts that I do listen to and subscribe to, that's usually I found out that's usually the format that I like.
Thank you for that. I learned another thing today. Thanks you. Thank you, Eddie.
Because like I don't know.
It's cool.
Like I said, like when you do the talking and then the intro, it just feels more real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like at the end of the day, it's a show, sure, but like it just feels more real, feels more human when you add like the yapping and then the intro, as opposed to just like a cold opening.
Yeah, it was a bit of a cold start for us. Thank you, Eddie, for bearing through the intro.
No, it was fine.
It was like, oh, hey guys, we're live.
Yeah,
we are here. Welcome to the one and only Mr. Genuine podcast. And then just getting into work mode. That's pretty much like, I'm finally now into this work mode. Talking to you, man.
Yeah, man,
we've been going for 42 minutes now.
Good
so,
Lord,
this is the.
And it just went by like.
It did, dude.
Crazy.
It did. So thank you for working with me today, Eddie. Thanks for doing a great job today at work too, over there, back at home base.
Yeah, no problem, man.
And
anything, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wish I had another sword to give you, bro. But this is my sword. You have to go to the.
I hit the mic.
That's okay. Yeah. That thing's pretty tough. It's a pretty tough mic. But yeah, hold it up, wield it like Mr. He-Man, man. Just.
God. Oh,
yeah, and
so cool.
just being able to like point it out, it gives you that sense of like, whoa, power. I don't know, having a sword it just gives you that different feeling in your mind.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes, like, the mind is super powerful, and it can, like, even just by imagining 100%. Something, or just like, just changing your perspective on it, that is what makes or breaks whether something turns out good or bad.
100%.
So
yeah, 100%.
The sword just gives me power. It just gives me energy. And
I like it.
And it just reminds me, like, hey, I'm a warrior. Actually, I don't know if you've heard this before, Eddie, but I kind of took the saying, would you rather be a farmer in a war or a warrior on a farm?
I would be, you know what? No, that's a really hard question for me. That's one of the random questions that I did not mean to ask. But what would you say? Because I used that same format of a quote, and I changed it. Would you rather be a guitar player in a war or a warrior who plays guitar? Well, I would say this. Oh, that's a hard one.
For me,
That is a
obviously,
hard
I'd
one.
choose the latter.
The latter.
Yeah, because like I'd rather just be prepared, and instead of having to get ready to do something, I'm already ready. I'm already mentally ready. I might not always do the right things. I might not always say the right things. I might not be able to start an episode the right way. But the fact that I'm still doing it and taking action, no matter what, that's why I choose the latter. That's just my answer.
You know what? I would most likely have to say I would rather be a warrior that plays guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just because, and I mean, it's kind of ties into what I plan on saying a little bit later or whenever. I'll say it now. But like the mentality of a warrior can take you really far. I mean, just the mere, cause if you're a warrior, right, that implies that there's a level of discipline there. And that,
Wow, yeah, you go straight into it, bro. That's crazy.
like,
yeah, that's
what
true.
I'm saying. Yeah,
That's true.
because that implies that there's a level of discipline there, which you can integrate into guitar playing. You know, so at the end, it's only going to help you out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. At least that's how I see it.
Way to break that down even more to the viewers, and obviously to me too, man, because I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm picking up. You said that one thing that you forgot, because I even forgot too. I was like, oh, what were we talking about?
Yeah.
I'm having just a lot of fun here, man.
Oh, 100%.
This is probably, this is probably one of those episodes I'll be able to look back on and be like, wow, I'm grateful that I was able to drag my coworker. Now hopefully I can call you friend. You know, we hung out outside of work.
Oh, 100%.
Besides company events and all that stuff.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah. Thank you again. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. So like, yeah, I don't know what else. What else you got for me?
Yeah,
Like,
so
I'm enjoying.
Well, since we have all night, and this might actually be the longest episode ever.
Really?
On the pod. Yeah, because actually, the last episode was 50 minutes with Art, and go watch that episode, guys. Art drops some awesome history about himself. He talks about the guitar. He shares about his origins on how he got into music. Oh, wow. You should watch it. And being a 50-minute long episode, the average watch time I saw was 10 minutes. Which is a fifth of the episode, by the way.
Yeah.
I see you guys. But just the fact that people have 10 minutes to watch any of my content, it makes me happy.
Awesome.
And it makes me really, really grateful that people are watching. And so this is going to be an hour-long video, an hour 30 minutes. This might be even a 3-hour-long podcast.
I mean,
maybe not. I don't want to take up all your time.
I mean, however long that we go. That's how I see it. So let's keep going.
Thanks, Eddie.
This is how I see it.
If you're cool with it, man, we'll keep rocking. And of course, we have tons of storage and space. We obviously aren't dealing with tablets and stones anymore, or reels, or tape recorders. But I mean, just the fact that it's still your time, though. I want to make sure I appreciate I respect and value your time, because it's 47 minutes of your time that you'll never be able to get back, Eddie. Plus the setup time too. So in reality, you've already been here about an hour, Eddie. Plus some. So this is fucking awesome.
It flew right by. So like, hey. Yeah, let's keep going.
He's a bit of a troublemaker. He's actually ditching something to be able to be here. So thank you. Eddie. But we'll talk about that only if you want. But no, we do follow the law. We do. We're law-abiding citizens here.
PSA people.
Mr. Genuine does follow the law, and just be safe out there, guys. We're here, safe in my home base. This is actually HQ right here. This is where I do most of my podcasts. But I've made it a thing to take my setup and be mobile, go out, take it to places. So when I suggested to you, like, hey man, I can even go to you, or we can go somewhere to record the episode.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that you came here, it really does mean a lot to me. And just you could have easily said, no, I don't want to do this episode. No, I don't want to be here. So you're a badass for being able to to carve out the time out of your day to be here. So
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I really do. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's an awesome thing for you to say. So
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was awesome.
Well, actually,
all right.
For the most part, dude, I have no other questions. I think we got most of them taken care of, and you actually dove into some topics that I didn't even think we'd get into.
Oh, okay. Oh,
the only last question I did have, you already know it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I think now would be a great time to segue into that, unless you have something else to say. Now would be the time. So you have the floor, Eddie. If there's anything you want to tell the people, or anything, or if you want to shout yourself out, this is actually the perfect time. Do you have social media? Do you post things online, Eddie?
Not so much, just because I'm trying to focus on me. So I mean, to be honest, I don't like some people. I'm like, I don't know how you keep up with social media and post, but hey, you know, like I said, maybe once I start getting like my projects out there, then I'll start like actively participating and posting. But for the time being, I'm in a focusing on me stage.
That's important.
Yeah, it is important, and also ties into what we're going to talk about next.
Yes.
So,
but if I can quickly just mention something about what you just said just now, like you said, you don't know how we do this, right? And
well, I mean, yeah, we're doing it. So
exactly, that's it. That's the whole. That's all. That's the main thing about what I'm going to say. There's actually two-part thing of what I want to say. One, just do it. Just like we're doing it right now, bro. So we're already killing it. We're already ahead of the game. We're not afraid of being in front of the camera. We're not afraid of just hey, if nobody watches, life goes on.
Yeah,
life goes on. Life is going to go on whether we make this episode or not.
100%.
And another thing that helps me keep going is I've already actually, don't even think about it, I have already made it a habit to post. I've already made it a habit to document everything.
That's good.
It's like that's actually the main thing about the discipline with the guitar. Like I don't even think about playing guitar. I just do it. And I'm like, wow, I have a guitar I have 2 guitars in my car. I have a guitar right over this wall. I think I have the guitar over here in my garage.
Mm-hmm.
I already automatically just know like, hey, whenever I feel like playing guitar, whenever I feel like posting content, I'll do it. But the most important thing is playing the music, playing guitar when you don't feel like doing it, posting the content when you don't feel like doing it, showing up when you don't want to do it. That's how I think people like me and people who post a lot, like for no good reason. For sometimes I post things I'm like, I probably shouldn't have posted that, but but hey, it's out there, and I can always delete it if I want to. But that's not what I wanted to say to that, Eddie. Like 100%. Just the habit building.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good point.
I think that's the key to people being successful. Like if people have habits that just keep them winning, keep them moving forward, is to stay positive, because it's really easy to just be negative because of that one comment, that one interaction, that one thing that you made a mistake on, right? It's easy to just fall into that whirlwind of like the spiraling of negativity, but you can also do an upward spiral of just positivity. Like there's always that tornado going upwards and things going up of just the constant good things, good habits every day. I'm human, so I make mistakes, but I know for a fact that some things that I do on a daily or on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, are not super good for me or not like intelligent, but I learn from them. You know, I know I can afford it and I know what I'm doing. Yeah. But that's just me. Eddie, I think you kind of know where we're kind of going with this now. Right. I think it's about time. It's going to be an hour-long episode. I feel like for sure. Which there is no limit, by the way. This is what I do. This is my channel. This is my content. That's another thing that helps me kind of keep going, is that I'm creating something for myself. I'm creating like a brand, a personal brand, online brand that just, I don't know, something that just keeps me going. So I hope this also re-inspires you to do the podcast, because it sounds like, and by the way, it truly is a pleasure hearing that I was one of the main people that got you back into guitar. Hey, more so, because I feel like you're already there. It's just a matter of that little push, like, hey, check this out, open this door up, kind of thing.
No, I was mentally in a rough spot. So yeah, but
is everything okay? Yeah.
Huh?
You feeling better now? Like, do you want to talk about that, or no? This is the past, right?
It's the past.
Okay.
So,
cool.
but yeah, I mean it. You know, you're one of the people that like inspired me to actually like moving forward again. So
thank you.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure, bro, and it's. Yeah, I think I walked into this room for a reason. What was I doing in this room? Like an old lady already, an old man. Like, I forget. Then you walk out. I remember. You walk back in. I forgot. You know.
100%.
So that's just what it is with me, man. Like, so I walk into every room like God sent me. I walk into every room like I have a purpose. Like, it might be a little delusional, right? Some people might not see that this way, but that's what helps me just go into every room, into every interaction with a positive mindset. And like I get to wake up. I get to see my team every day. I get to talk to them. I get to receive texts from my fam and my friends and I get notifications.
Okay, there you go.
And if you're feeling lonely ever, bro, stop paying your bills, stop paying your rent. People will come talk to you. I promise you that, bro. So don't you worry. That's another secret remedy to make friends.
All right.
And enemies if you're not right with your words.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah.
Here is the last question for you, Eddie. I think this is a great place to end the show.
Okay.
With this last question, and you know this question, and it is this.
All right.
Answer with honesty.
All right.
Please ignore my dog. She's out there. My little puppies.
You're a cute little dog. So
she's been on the episodes. She's been on the podcast. She's been a guest. But here's my question for you, Eddie.
Okay.
What is your secret to success?
My secret to success.
Your formula.
My formula, which is actually really, really good that you said that word. That very word.
I think about that.
Ah,
But please. The floor is yours.
So in my opinion, I think success. And granted, I'm not what most people would consider traditionally successful, but I do pay attention to what some successful people do say, and I truly believe their words. And this is my take on everything. Success, in my opinion, is not just one thing. It's a formula. And there's most people think that, oh, the key is just this one thing you do. That you wake up early in the morning and you do the grind, or you make sure you stay doing this thing, or you make sure you stay doing that, and you will find success. It's in my opinion, it's not that easy, because there are multiple things that have to work together in order for success to happen. And at the same time, it also sort of depends on what your definition of success is, but that's a whole different thing. We'll save that discussion for another time. But so I would say
next hour,
maybe who knows?
Or in the next hour,
we'll see
we never know.
where this
But
conversation
please,
goes.
I like where you're going with this, man. This is gold. Thank you.
So first off, first thing that you need for success to happen in whatever you decide to do is knowledge. No matter what you do, no matter what it is, you have to have not all of the knowledge to be successful, or I don't even really know what that means, but what I do mean is that you can't make a song if you don't know what a chord is.
Wow, bro. I'm gonna tweet that, bro. I gotta tweet that.
Yeah.
I gotta tweet that. But please continue, Eddie.
Yeah.
Please.
So if like, you have to start somewhere.
That's fire, bro.
So if you are, if you're into music, if like for anybody who plays guitar, you have to start somewhere. You have to know where to put your fingers. You have to know, what a chord is. You have to know how to get the sounds that you want. You have to know how to create the sounds that you want. And that only comes from a certain level of knowledge. I'm not saying that you have to be, a savant at whatever it is.
It helps.
It helps.
It totally helps.
It definitely helps.
Yeah.
But to some level of degree, you have to have the knowledge of what you want to do. And with that, I would add competence. You have to have some level of competency in whatever it is that you want to do. The next thing I would have to say is, discipline. You have to, if that's what you want to do, you have to do it, which sort of ties into another thing I was going to say. So I'm kind of merging them into one thing, but whatever. It's discipline, because number one, you have to do it. And number two, in terms of doing it, there's kind of no point in accumulating the knowledge if you do nothing with it. For some people, sure, you can do it for yourself. But if you want, or at least in my head, if you want success with whatever it is that you want to do, you're not going to get any type of, visible, tangible, monetary success, if that's what you want to define success as. But nothing is really ever going to happen if you accumulate this knowledge and work at the competency of something and do nothing with it if you take no action. And both accumulating the knowledge as well as the competency and the skill, and conducting the actions that put that knowledge into use, well, that takes discipline. You have to do it. And on some days you have to force yourself to do it. Other days, it just comes naturally. But at the same time, even on those days, which is where most people fail, which are those hard days. And one thing that usually, in my opinion, I forget who it was, but there was an artist, a rapper actually, that I heard years ago did an interview, and I apologize to anybody if they know who I'm talking about. It'd be cool if you could like comment who it was or whatever, but
Maybe I might know it. Maybe
I
hopefully.
don't know, but there was a rapper that was doing a very similar interview, and he said that
That should be Lil Wayne.
well, probably, yeah, well, yeah, probably, but
Sorry for interrupting.
no, it's fine, yeah. But he said that, you know, on the days when you don't feel like doing something, on the days that he felt like he just doesn't want to be productive or write a rap or anything like that, he said that what he does is he asks himself one question, and that is, can I write down one word?
Whoa.
That's all he needs. Just one word. Because if you do one word, if you're a writer, a rapper, if you're a musician or whatever, if you can, on the days that are hardest for you to,
I'm tweeting that shit too.
yeah, make
That's
anything,
fire, bro.
you know what I mean? If you can just if you can just write down one word, one chord, you can I don't know, for anybody who builds things, you know, if you can hold up one piece of wood or whatever, you know, whatever it is that you want to do.
No,
If you can
I
just
get it with that
yeah,
one.
if
as
you
a,
could just
as a songwriter, I get as a musician, I get that. That's awesome.
yeah, if you can just do one thing, then at the end of the day, no matter what, you already are moving forward. You're still moving forward and getting better. At the bare minimum, you did something. You're still moving forward. That's the bare minimum. And sometimes, like what the rapper said, is sometimes you write down one word, and then that word turns into a sentence, and then that sentence turns into another sentence, and before you know it, he has a whole verse written down. And for other people, you know, if you're struggling to make a song, or if you're trying to program, just one line of code, one variable, one for artists, one paintbrush, one paintbrush,
stroke.
one stroke. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. One stroke.
No.
It only takes one. Sometimes that one leads to more. Other times, that's you're already still moving forward. So there is that.
Powerful already.
And another thing, kind of like tying into some of the other stuff.
Yeah. The package for us,
Yeah.
so please, yes.
It's a genuine love for what you do. And
Wow.
and here's the thing. When I say that, most people who hear me say that are going to think the typical cliche thing. It's probably a little different than what you're thinking. What I mean by that is the easiest example is music, guitar. So I'm just going to stick with that for a bit.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they think about playing guitar, they have this image in their head. And it's, I'm going to pick up a guitar, I'm going to play it, I'm going to create music, it's going to be great, people are going to love it. And some people take it so far as to, you know, like, I'm going to be a rock star, I'm going to be on stage, I'm going to play a whole bunch of songs for a bunch of people, they're going to shout my name type stuff. 300 people. Yeah. But here's the thing. A lot of people love that idea. And sure, in its own right, it's a good idea, it's nice, and it's fun to think about. But what they don't think about is first time you pick up a guitar and press a chord or even just one of the strings, that hurts your fingers. They don't think about that. When you want to play a show, you don't just play a show. You have to pack up all of your gear. You have to take it with you. You have to drive down to the venue, and then you have to hook up. You got to do mic checks. You got to do sound checks. You got to do all of that.
Have you performed live?
I have not, but
you sound like you've done it already.
Well,
like that's awesome, dude.
It's secondhand experience from some of my friends that have. So
we gotta get you on tour with us, bro. We gotta get you to play. but yes, I'm sorry for interrupting. Please,
No.
I love where you're going with this, man. This is awesome.
You have to really be not just in love with what you do, but you have to be in love with the process. You have to be in love with the fact that you play a guitar and you're strumming, and you can only strum it for 10 minutes because your fingers hurt. The next day, your fingers might still hurt, but if you want to keep going and you want to be better, hey, you got to love that too. If you want to play for the crowds, you want them shouting your names, you want to be famous or what have you, hey, you got to pack up your gear and you got to take it yourself over there. And you got to set it up. You got to love that too.
That's true.
At the same time, and this is the big one, at least in my opinion. This is the big one. I keep forgetting all the names of these famous people, but whatever. There was another interview.
Let us know. Do the research. Do the
Yeah,
research, guys,
yeah,
please.
yeah, that would be awesome. Put a comment in the video.
Yes.
There was an interview with I believe it was an actor, and he said to him that he always wanted to be an actor / filmmaker. That was his thing, and in order for him to do it, he did it. But once you start doing the thing that you love to do for a living, it becomes your life. Now, imagine, I don't know, for the sake of simplicity, imagine you really like chocolate milk. You really like chocolate milk.
They're out there.
They're out there.
You're out there. We see you.
Or whatever. It doesn't have to be chocolate milk. Any drink
Yeah.
of your choice, whatever.
But in this case, yeah.
In this case, chocolate milk. You love it. Can you drink it every day for the rest of your life? See what I mean?
True.
If you love playing guitar and you like playing those crowds, those stadiums, or doing any of that
Every day.
yeah, maybe not 100% every day, but you know what I mean. Like
Yes.
it's still something that you're gonna have to do if you choose that route of success. That's something that you have to do. For however long that you want to do it.
Right.
And so if you, like to use the analogy, whatever drink of choice you have, or food, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, can you have that every single day? Do you think that you won't get tired of drinking chocolate milk every day? But the next day you wake up, you're going to have to drink more chocolate milk. See what I mean? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't think about that with anything.
True.
I very rarely ever hear anybody talk about that. It's always, follow your passion, blah, blah, blah. That's great. That's fine. But just to bring a little bit of that, I'm doing a callback, bring a little bit of that reality back to you. That's fine. If that's your passion, if that's what you love to do, that's great. But, can you do it every day? Are you ever going to get tired of it? Something you got to think about it, And it's not just playing the guitar. It's literally every single day. Because people that I know that have done tours, every single day for the length of that tour, they wake up, they grab their gear, they drive down to a venue, they set up, they play their show, and then what do? Same thing, but in reverse.
Yeah.
They grab their gear, pack
right.
it up, and then they move on to the next venue.
Getting like
and then
PTSD. I'm like, no. Actually, sometimes it's great and fun when you're moving things with other people and like people you can actually trust and love, like in your band and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's rare sometimes. But yeah, dude, that's so cool that you bring this up. But please continue. Please.
Yeah. So
I gotta meet these people. Maybe I know these people that you're talking about. Hopefully.
Maybe I don't know. I don't remember who. I just remember there were interviews that I watched on YouTube, and I don't remember who they were, but yeah, but those things really stuck out to me, and it really made me think about some of the stuff that I actually love to do. And yeah, and it's I feel like not enough people think about that, and it's because a lot of the time, in my opinion, the biggest places where people fail is, number one, the competency. And
True.
I'm not saying people can't be competent. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is that when you play a guitar and your fingers hurt for the next week because you keep playing guitar, people just stop. Like, people stop because it hurts. They don't like that. And so they say, oh, okay, maybe guitar isn't for me. At the same time, Another area is just like what I said, can you do that for the rest of your life? For every day, every other day, if that's what you really want to do,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it kind of sounds like a negative note, but it's true. It's true. Name one.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think at all, because you need to have. You can't have light without darkness. You can't have pain without joy, and joy without pain, all that stuff. It's all
Right.
in one image. It's like, and to just quickly point this out, like, it's almost like you kind of have to get rid of this idea of balance. Like, that is what you're doing. But I love what you're saying. This answer that you're giving me it's super in depth. And when you're done with your answer, pardon me for cutting you off again, but I want to go ahead and make sure that I recap and understand what you're saying. So please continue that. Powerful.
Well, no, I completely lost my train of thought there. So,
but we were just talking about the idea that you have to do it every day, nonstop. And can you do that? Can you actually make it to the point where, even if your fingers hurt, still play the next day, even just one chord, and then you were going off with that? Like,
yeah. And I mean that within a level of reason, because that you do anything for too much for too long, you burn yourself out, and that's never a good thing. Mm-hmm. Or you develop health issues, or whatnot and who forth. But true. Yeah, I mean that within reason. But
know your level of competency, which is what you were actually talking about. Like, you were saying, like, some people, you were saying, not that there are people not. Yeah.
Right. Not that people can't be competent. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that people give up in their journey to be competent because their fingers hurt, or they don't understand, music theory, or they don't understand this, they don't understand that. And instead of pushing through those boundaries, it's quote unquote too hard. At the same time, on a different side of the spectrum, I know people that have quit because going to venues, packing up your gear, taking it with you, setting up, blah, 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 it's too much. It's quote unquote too hard. But you got to be willing to do it. You can't have, everybody, a vast majority of the time, a lot of people only think about all the good stuff, and that's great, that's the dream, the good stuff. But you can't have the good without the bad, and which also brings up another point. Can you, if you want to play for crowds, I don't know, do you believe that you will mentally be able to handle playing for a crowd that doesn't like your music? A venue books your band, and you start playing, and then people are like, "Oh, you suck." I don't know. Are you gonna let that get to you and be like, "Oh no, I stop"?
Sure.
Yeah. So
yeah. If I can add to that, I love this answer that Jimi Hendrix tells the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't care if you boo, just boo in key.
Oh.
And when I heard that inspired me to keep going no matter what. Like, hey, go ahead and just keep saying your shit, but just don't get me out of tune. Don't stop me.
That's awesome.
So I wanted to share that with you.
Yeah,
but
really
please, please. I love where you're going with this, Eddie.
That's about the whole gist of everything I have to say about success. Because even for me, and granted, like I said, my name isn't big in what, like,
not yet. Not yet, because if you want that, you could do it.
But because, like, the proof is in the pudding, as they like to say. Because quite literally, like, in one day, you can go from not knowing what a chord is to knowing what a chord is. And maybe even being able to strum it. And maybe even able to come up with your own chord progression. Who knows? A lot can happen in one day.
That's true. 24 hours.
The point is, a lot of people, like I said, when they look at the hard parts of gaining competency, or, the hard parts of traveling and playing shows and that sort of stuff,
the behind the scenes
things, yeah. What I think is another reason why they fail, or why they give up, is just because they don't take a moment to see how far they've come.
Wow.
Because I mean like literally, like, for example, in my my pursuit of game development, I showed you at our workplace, I created a very simple program with C# that essentially allows me, on a day where I'm like, I don't know what I want to eat, decide for me. And I created a very simple program that basically gives me options of a type of food, and then I can have it do a random pick if I want to. And then it gives me, it opens up Google, and it already has a search programmed into it, and it shows me, like, if I choose Thai, it'll show like all of the Thai restaurants around. So that in and of itself is proof of the process of gaining competency if you don't give up.
Yes. That's
Because-
success. It's a level of success
go.
that I think you should definitely be proud of, by the way.
Oh,
When I was overhearing and I was walking around, I have, as a musician, I have ears that like to pick up certain sounds. And that's why I'm always asking, what key is this in?
Yeah.
Because low key, I just really want to know.
I mean,
It's not
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm not trying to be fun. I'm like, look, like I'm going to know.
Yeah.
So I can associate that song or that chord or whatever to the key. But dude, I listened to what you're saying, and I was walking by you and the guys, and the guys were hyped about what you did, man. They were like actually, like, oh shit, this is pretty cool, man. So I want you to be aware of like how awesome that is. I think that's badass, and that's pretty cool. That definitely shows a lot of hard work and hours were put into that for sure. Just even if you say it was like a simple program, it's still a program that
And
was not there before.
exactly.
That's awesome,
Exactly.
and that's success in my eyes from through your example, man.
And I agree. Yeah. So, yeah. And that pretty much, wraps up what I feel about success. And if you stick all of that, I mean, at the end of the day,
It's not.
all of that, yeah, yeah, but yeah, that's how I see it.
That's a beautiful formula, by the way. It's simple, and it like all the words that you mentioned have like an umbrella over all these small components inside of them. That actually, that's a powerful formula. And let me see if I can try to recall it based off what you said and from what I was
Go for it,
listening.
go for it.
Just real quick, we're at an hour and 16 minutes already of recording. This is the longest episode in my uploading history. So thank you, Eddie, for being here for this long.
Yeah, it's an honor.
Thank you for watching,
to be a
guys.
part of it, man. Yeah, I'm glad I can.
Wield the sword.
Wield the sword of truth
Yes, sir.
and power and all that.
To be able to be here in this room, Eddie, to do all the things that we've done, you must have competency. You must have discipline. You must have the drive to just keep persisting no matter how hard it gets. And above all else is to have that passion for it, but the understanding that there's going to be pain with that passion. That's the main formula that I'm picking up. I think I may have left out one or two things, but from what I remembered, what you saying, that is what I see now as your secret to success. And thank you for sharing that, Eddie. But please, did I do a good job? Did I do it justice and kind of like
in a summarization, in a nutshell, that's pretty spot on. Yeah, I would say so.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, it's your definition, so I want to make sure I respect it and I say it as best as I can.
100%. It's just, yeah, like, if anything, thank you for trying to understand it, because when I've had a discussion like this before, and I don't know what it is, but for some reason there are some people out there, they're just like, you say words like competency and they take it negatively. They're just, I don't know why, but like when I say like, you have to, because like, am I wrong?
No,
You know,
I'm not saying anything offensive.
no, I'm not saying you're saying anything offensive. I'm just saying, like, anybody, any of you that watch this, like, yeah, like I said earlier, write a song without knowing any chords or anything. It's probably possible. There are always exceptions, but I guarantee you, it's a hell of a lot harder to write a song when you don't know chords.
I think I know. I figured out why these people I know why these people get frustrated with certain words like that is because they don't have your formula, bro. They don't have the success formula from Eddie himself. If they knew what you knew, they wouldn't be reacting in that way. Because I see words as just words, you know. It's only when it comes to physical violence when I'm like, hey, yo, this is where it needs to stop, you know. But words are words; they can't hurt you.
Yeah.
But people tend to choose to get offended, right? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But without going super into that, but please, if you want to wrap
I want to say one thing for any of you out there that, you know, try to come up with some smart aleck, clever little retort to what I said.
Shakespeare's, little Shakespeare's,
you know, I'm not talking about on one single string playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm talking about
is cool too.
I mean, yeah, which is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but like, you know, I'm saying, you know, you create, like, you find the chords that sound, the chords and the notes that go that work with your vision. And then you do it again and again and again, and then you have your own original piece. That's what I'm talking about.
I love that. And
Yeah.
Speaking of like music again, and pieces of music, I have this blue book. It's in my car right now. It's in my jacket.
Okay.
I'm gonna show it to you tomorrow, and I don't know if I have. I don't think I've mentioned it to you, have I?
No.
It's this blue book. I already showed it to our team, but it's 100 symphonic favorites. It's 100 symphonies of all these great artists and all these great composers: Mozart, Beethoven.
Right.
You know, you all these people that you can think of, like literally from like 1700, maybe earlier than that actually, like way before that. Like I don't even know. I think I forget what age, 15th century, 1500s, 1500s. Like it goes back to like those kind of composers.
Right.
And how old is Bach? You know, like Bach is like that old. So it's a minute.
Yeah.
But in this book, it actually goes into depth on how into how the piece sounds and how you should articulate it when you listen to it.
Right.
And it breaks it down into like these not easy to consume like pieces of words.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're big words and I'm like, what does this mean? I have to look up these words. But some of the things that said in that little book are so like they really turn the gears for me. Like for example, they were talking about, I think it was Mozart. And by the way, Mozart created Happy Birthday. He wrote the Happy Birthday song.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I believe it was Mozart. Double check that. Don't actually. You know what? Double check that. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But let's say I'm pretty sure it was. I double check it. And if I'm right, it's because I knew it all along. Yeah. but it's somewhere in there. The artist. I mean the person that wrote the book said that at some point Mozart was composing this piece, and he was thinking in pure sound.
Oh.
He was thinking in pure sound. That's what I read, and I'm glad that actually landed in some way. And it kind of, those are the words that I read, and I'm like, wow. And then I showed this to a student of mine, and they said, wait, aren't we talking words? Like, aren't words like talking in sound?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because our words, everything we say is sound that we're creating, and that was not there before. You say something positive, say a compliment, that's a good thing. You know, say something negative, that's a bad thing. You know, and something could happen of your words.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I'll go ahead and bring that book, and I'll show it to you. I have it in my car. Actually, on the way out, would you like to check it out tonight and just bring it back tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
then I'll do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
yeah, because I can't let you take the sword, man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I see those. I see you thinking about it.
Yeah,
how fast can I put this in my pocket?
Can I sneak this out? I don't know.
But dude, yeah, I wanted to share that with you because it's like something I wanted to at least give you for today as a gift for being here, and just I think you'd find some value just browsing through it. You don't have to like go read the whole book tonight. It's like it's just really powerful to just find some inspirational words like that.
Oh, dude,
just to be able to think in pure sound. That's a gift that you and I both have. You've played guitar for me. You've played guitar around me. And every time I hear you play, every time I hear you, let's just like try something. And this will be the last thing I'll give you, and then I think we'll go ahead and call it a day there.
All right.
Unless you have something else to say, of course. Then I'll give you the floor for one more thing.
No. I'm actually, you know, my throat is getting a little dry from all this talking.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure you. Sorry about that. I'm not torturing you.
No, good.
No, we're warriors, like we said earlier.
Yes, sir.
Handle it.
That's right.
And I was gonna say, dude, like you were playing, and I was listening to you play, and there was moments where I could hear you didn't quite land on the note you wanted to land on.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to encourage you, every time you're playing around me, and in fact, every time you're playing in general, around people or no people, play that wrong note. Keep playing that wrong note until the point where you're like, okay, I know what I'm doing when I'm not doing what I want to be doing.
Yeah.
So that's something I wanted to give you, Eddie, because I definitely think it's super cool to hear the encouragement to make those mistakes. Even if you do make the mistakes and you don't like the way it sounds, that's because you have a particular taste and a particular outcome of what the song or the sound should come out.
Right.
And that's what makes great musicians to be able to find that sound.
Right.
So I encourage you again to if you're playing the notes around and you play a wrong note, try to do it again. Because if you could play that wrong note again, you could start putting it into a sort of action that your mind can remember. Like, okay, I know that if I keep fucking up here and keep doing this wrong note, very clearly I'm going to keep getting frustrated. So let's see if I can replicate it. Because oftentimes when I try to play something like out or wrong, like I still somehow like play it right because I'm like, oh shit, because I've already ingrained it in my mind to play the right way, to land right behind the fret, to play the sound cleanly, to be able to even have the confidence to play a chord that I wanted to play. And just so we're clear and moving forward, like Eddie, I want to make sure, you have my full support. If you're playing around me, bro, just go ahead and play those wrong notes. Don't think that I'm thinking in my head, that's the fucking trash.
That's the first thing on my mind.
Exactly. Don't think that. Bro. I don't, dude. It actually is. It says more about me than about you if I have these thoughts that like, oh hey, this is trash, bro. Fucking this guy's ass at guitar. This guy's terrible. It says more about me because I like to listen. I like to listen as much as possible. I like to make sure that I'm encouraging and if people are gonna play music around me, I appreciate it. You know, it's like I'm a musician and as musicians, we have to support each other.
Yeah,
we have to support each other. So I'm supporting you 100% by telling you this and don't be shy. Play loud and proud. That's the best thing I can give you for the rest of the day.
I'm gonna start hitting those chords as hard as I can next time we're
yes.
next time we're at work. So
during the breaks, because then we'll get the boss will talk to us.
That's true. Yeah.
But dude, that's the main point of us just talking to each other here though, so we can learn from the boss, learn from people that are great like that, learn from great people like you, Eddie. So thank you for sharing your time and wisdom and all the things you've shared tonight on this almost hour and a half long episode, the longest episode. It's gonna take me a minute to upload. Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate it. No, it won't be that bad. It's actually I don't have to lift a finger besides just pushing a button.
That's crazy. Hour and a half, and
dude,
it just doesn't feel like it at all.
I have a couple questions for you, but off camera, more personal life stuff, just like things that I don't think is not appropriate, but it's like I think for the sake of the episode, for the sake of the Mr. Genuine podcast, for the sake of you being a guest here on the 93rd episode, I think we said what we needed to say, and if people pick up what we're putting down, I think that's a win. I think that makes me successful. I think that makes us successful that we're doing this. So thank you, Eddie.
I agree. To any of you watching, listening, if there's anything that either of us have said that actually resonates with you, that's a win in my book. So, yeah. And also good luck with whatever it is that you decide that you're doing. You're going to need it.
Yeah. And then, of course, you'll get to a point like me and Eddie where we're like working, we're doing our own things, and we make our own luck. Because at the end of the day, it's night, right? And at the end of the day, it's just us against us. If you're not pouring your heart and soul into something that you truly believe in, then that's definitely something that I think you should reassess and find good friends like Eddie. Find good friends like the people that you really trust and believe in, because that's what makes this whole journey worthwhile. Right now, like I said, I'm at home base. I'm here. This is the 93rd episode of the Mr. Genuine podcast. I'm actually pretty beat after an hour, 30-minute long episode. But you know what? I have it in me for another hour 30, maybe another 3 hours, honestly. I have that drive, but I'm not going to take that much time away from you, Eddie, or from you guys watching. So if you've watched this far, subscribe, check out Eddie's content once it pops up, and then check out Two Broke Gaijin on YouTube.
Oh, God.
And they've got 13 episodes out, so go check them out and just let us know what you think. And Eddie, is there anything else you wanted to say?
For any of you that check out my podcast, that was over 10 years ago. I will have you know. So it might be a bit cringy. So, like just bear or don't listen to it. It's up to you. But just keep that in mind.
I appreciate the cringe. I appreciate all the hard work that you put into that, because now on this episode you are a natural, Eddie. This is awesome. You've been a great guest. I would love to have you back if you're cool with it. We'd love to have you back on another episode.
Was fun. Yeah, I had a fun. I had a fun. What?
I had a fun too.
Yeah, I had a fun.
That would be wonderful if you could come back.
I had fun.
Either here or I like I said, I could be mobile, but I'm serious. I would love to have you back, man.
Yeah, man, it would be awesome, and I would love to be back on the podcast because this was awesome. Yeah, and I appreciate, if anything, just like you trying to understand my point, just getting my point across, and creating this awesome thing out of nothing. There's power in that, and yeah, really awesome thing.
It's awesome because you're in the episode. It's awesome because you're here, bro. It's awesome because we're alive and we did it, and I appreciate those words, Eddie. Seriously, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I think that just about concludes the episode. If you have nothing else to say, Eddie, if you think
that will be it for me. If anything, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, thank you for watching and listening.
As always, I'll see you in the next episode. I'll see you in the next video, and Eddie will be back on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All right, guys, take it easy. We'll see you later.
See you later.
Gone.